Hi everyone, you're welcome to Vektrl Academy, and today we'll be learning and demonstrating how you can find those hidden API endpoints from your target website during a bug bounty or vulnerability assessment program. So the thing with API requests nowadays is in legacy systems or maybe your vulnerable applications, API endpoints are easily exposed in your network traffic. So I'm inspecting Vektrl Academy. There's a place you can always come to console and inspect your network traffic. But in modern day applications, these API endpoints are be hidden, for security purposes and just for more professionality. But today, I will be showing you how you can detect them through manual reconnaissance. You can use automated tools as well, but automated tools have a higher chance of you being rate limited once you start making too many requests. But I'll be showing you how you can find those API endpoints. So far, they exist on that particular target website. We'll get to it. So today I'll be using Superbank. It's a public program on Yes We Hack, and it's a digital bank located in Indonesia. And I think we should be able to get us what we need. So let's get to it. The scopes in assets are um, this, and this, right? So let's copy our three targets. Okay, then let's get to testing. All right, so first I want to start with this ecosystem experience. Kind of looks like a web facing application. So um let's take that and see if, okay, I think I need to, hmm, what does this mean? Can I translate it? I can't translate it, but hold on. You said Indonesia, right? English, of course. Let me just, okay, so let me put our text here. This is not what I asked for. Sorry, there's a problem. Please wait a moment. Okay, maybe, maybe the app is not currently accessible over the internet. Let me check the scope of the program again. Let's see, we should even be able to accept. Okay, it has a mobile application. Okay, it's possible. Let me browse this website first. This would give me what I need. Okay, okay. So I think we need the application to sign up an account or do any other thing, but we don't need that for this video. So let me just intercept this traffic on Burp and see what we have in the backend. Right. All right. So first I turn that intercept on and refresh. All right, great. So send to repeater. You can turn this off and okay. Okay, great. So we are seeing some S3 bucket assets, public assets, onboarding, backend, but then they are under the content security policy. So I think they should be naturally be rendered. Let's just do a quick scan. These are just image files. Let's see. I'm seeing HVAC camera. These are just image files, I think. Yeah, these are just image files. They are used to render that particular website, probably when it was working. Okay. But first thing I always advise people to do is when you're doing your manual recon, you'll find API endpoints mostly in JavaScript files or in mostly in JavaScript files, to be honest. So first, let's see how many JavaScript files are being called in script here. So by just using .js, I can see the Firebase. Okay, there's a lot. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. Every single. I'll copy this backend and paste it in AI to help me filter out the only JavaScript endpoints. Then we'll continue our recon from there. All right. So I fed the full source code in AI and I extracted all the .js file. So of course, this is a tedious work. I have to one by one test check each JavaScript files. I could do it automatically. Normally, if I was in a bug bounty program, I'm going to um actually download. Okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to download each source code of each JavaScript files, save them in a total txt file. Maybe I could name it superbank js files. Then I'll now grep for API responses, API endpoints, internal management networks, accounts, anything relating to admin, internal resources, S3 buckets, and all of that stuff. So, but I need to keep this website close to. But I mean, by experience, I know that I could find something in main, I could find something in pages, I could find something in build manifest. Anything that has manifest, main or app pages. Those are the where you can easily find API endpoints. I mean, most of these are just CDN content rendered from Cloudflare. So most of the times they are not necessarily what we need. So let me pick the best three that would be filtering. So I'll pick build manifest and page app. So let's start with page app and see what we find. So I just need to come here and paste my curly, paste in my bulb and send a request. Yeah. Okay. So what do we have here? Let me now search for /API slash. Okay, good. We are seeing 109 matches /API endpoints. Let me see. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Now, from the pages underscore app 587 JavaScript file, it's obvious that this is the JavaScript this main website. That means this is the JavaScript is using to connect back to the backend in terms of when in OTP generation, in terms of authentication login, refreshing of token, authenticating login. So I think these are the full endpoints. I mean, I can see loan, resend. So I think these are the full endpoints that the mobile applications are using to communicate. I mean, I can see server logs. This is very interesting. Server logs. If that is exposing something. Okay, so we found some API endpoints here, and I mean we can even see some. This this JavaScript is also leaking the specific headers that this API endpoints are accepting. So I can knowing all this, I can craft a malicious payload using these specific headers, but that is not what I'll be doing today. And these are the success nuns. Okay, so of course we've seen a couple ones. So what I'll do is let me just copy this and let me create a new page and just paste there. We said we want to check um build manifest as well. So let's see if we can find something on build manifest. Same way, send your hmm, just slash API. Okay, but this is telling me something. Rewrite, build manifest, rewrite the next instance locality destination. Hmm. Okay, so now this is pretty much interesting. This rewrite is saying, let me copy it out so I can properly explain it. Let me. So what this rewrite is saying is, I think this is even going to be much easy to explain. So what this rewrite is saying is the source, which is the baseline website, has a particular endpoint health check, which reroutes to API ping, meaning this API ping is maybe when you want to test the status of your the API, the front end if it's still active, and I can say something like what endpoint. Hmm. I need to calm down. I mean, you can see the API that is handling. You can see the JavaScript that is handling the authentication pin, the JavaScript handling the confirmation, the JavaScript handling the forgot password, JavaScript handling the log loan, JavaScript. So each of these JavaScript will have their own each API endpoint, but I will not be going to today. So what this API ping is saying is that there is a particular API function called ping that when I run it normally, I think running it here should revert back to ID health check, meaning that both of them serve the same function exactly. Meaning that both of them serve the same function. Meaning that if I pass ID slash health check, it should also give the same function as this. So of course, this is pretty much smart. What the developer is just saying is that in case the front end wants to check the back end's status code, maybe it's still active or there's a need for any fix, rather than calling API slash ping, which can expose your API endpoint, you can also call ID slash health check, which will also give the same thing. So I mean, ID slash health check should give us the same thing as, because that's what a rewrite rule does. Exactly the same thing. So it's possible there are a couple rewrite rules at the back in the back end, but I will not be going as far as that. So I mean, this is the only slash API we see here, right? So um let's just, it's not really okay, we can just add it. But now that we've found the main JavaScript that has most of the API endpoints, I'm simply just going to feed it back to AI, come back and show you the extracted API endpoints, which we will now test and see if they are accessible over the internet. I'll be back. So this was the full dump of the source code, and those API endpoints that we saw, we've been able to extract them. So we can see the OAuth OPP check method, the prompt verified login, API handling the verified login, API handling privacy policy, that place where you select to agree with their privacy policy on the mobile app, the API handling the customer waitlist, and all of that, loan onboarding, submitting verification. And I can also see that it has Redis. Redis tracker. This is I mean Redis having your Redis API endpoint. Let me even first check that. Okay, wait. So I can also say that it has version 2, meaning that every single of these API endpoints has a version 2, meaning that it's possible there is a rate limiting vulnerability. It's possible. Meaning that means knowing fully well that this application has versioning, rate limiting, and improper asset management would be one of the vulnerability testing I will be testing on this API. I mean that would be for later. But I can see version 2. But something stroke my kidney the other time. Server log and Redis. Let me check server Redis first if that will give us any this information. So still on this API. Let's get it. Not found. Hmm. Why is it telling me? Not found. Not found. Okay. Let me test something else. Let's test that server log. Though I don't think Redis has a version 2 version in. But let me test the version 2 server log since it seems more recent and see if there's any progress. Send your request. Not found. What could be happening? Okay. So I'm guessing maybe these API endpoints are not found on this particular. I mean that could be what it means. It's not found on this particular asset. So it's possible two things. It's possible maybe this API is expecting. Remember when we saw, let me show you. Remember when we saw those let me see X forwarded. I want to show you. Remember when we saw this X forwarded, X divide auth code, blah blah blah. So it's either the application is expecting the properly formatted request with these necessary headers, which would actually mean I'll need to sign up an account on the mobile app, intercept my request. Either that or it's using this where's that other one that we found? It's using this API. So I'm most likely thinking that this is where it exists on this API super. And it's not something we can access over the internet. So I'm guessing it's something limited to the mobile application. I won't waste my time here, so I won't this video will not be unnecessarily long. But I mean you can see how we were able to find the API endpoints just from JavaScript enumeration. We're able to filter it, and now we have a full list of API endpoints used in the application, and we can now test. Now let's see if we'll find some other interesting things in the old request before we call it a day. So what was that first request? Okay, this was the first request where we were seeing some. I still believe that we can see something in this content security policies. What can I search? We saw it was leaking PNG. Does it have TXT? Okay, I can see some TXT, but this is on Cloudflare, not related to them. Let me see. Okay, JSON IP. Let me do .json. Oh, perfect. Okay, now I can see three .json files. Let me first. That's one. I can see selfie proof. Copy that. PAS disbursement sample. Loan disbursement, and we know that it's a loan, it's a banking loan. So let's browse that and see what it gives us. Ah, okay. This is exposed. This is an exposed file, but then sample, right? So maybe maybe it's not really does not really have an impact. Remember, finding something sensitive is not the only thing when it comes to vulnerability disclosure. You need to ascertain an impact as well. So I think we've been able to do justice today. So I guess it's a good time to call it a day. Remember, follow Vektrl Academy. Follow us on our socials. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Telegram. We're on Twitter. We're on TikTok and Instagram as well, where we'll be dropping back-to-back educational cybersecurity content, especially on offensive security. We'll teach you how attackers think and operate. And we also have our 50, our master classes are in two. We have the offensive intelligence and the web application master class. So feel free to enroll. If you have any questions regarding this video, drop it in the comment section. I'll be attending to you. Thank you for coming. I'll see you in the next video.